So one of the things that happens when you're on the road for a while is that whenever you arrive somewhere, you just sort of explode because you're tired of carrying your crap around. I've got storage. I just don't have the energy to put it in there because I'm lazy, and that pack is effing heavy. My dorm mates probably hate me. So one of the major downsides about long-term travel is that, well, everybody else is out having fun sightseeing. I have to do laundry. Sucks. I really don't want to do this, but I'm literally out of clothes. Yeah, this is my laundry outfit. It doesn't look like a laundry outfit, but it's literally like my last outfit, so off to the laundromat, woohoo! Fun times. Alrighty, so now that my laundry's done, I'm actually gonna go out and see some stuff. Just gonna wander around the old town, but actually go out and be a tourist, finally. Can't believe I'm excited for this. Oh, let's go. So I think I'm going to join up with a free Jewish tour. I don't usually go in for this sort of thing, so we'll see how it goes. But I figured I might as well, you know, learn something more. I don't know. This is a really neat neighborhood, though. It's kind of turned into kind of a hipster neighborhood. But I don't know. I guess we'll see what these free tours are like. I was thinking about taking one tonight as well, but for now, we're gonna do this one.
To move them from Krakow to Kazimierz, and the king agreed. So they moved here. They took 1/5 of the city, and they formed a Jewish city within the Christian city, right? So such are the origins of the Jewish city of Kazimierz. And they closed themselves in a ghetto, but not in a negative meaning, but in the meaning that was necessary for them, actually good for them, because they were forming ghettos, so isolated areas, in order to isolate from other cultures, other religions, and to preserve their customs, their heritage, their religion, right?
Alright, so I just finished the tour, the free walking tour. I'm kind of tired now. We were walking all over Kazimierz, and now I'm just coming out of the ghetto. It was really interesting, and I highly recommend it. Basically, it's like this free walking tour, this whole organization. You can go to the area, like the Jewish quarter. You'll find the yellow umbrella. I'll put a link down below. But yeah, it was really informative. It was really good. I've just never done anything like that before. At first I was a little like, I don't know, not 100% on board with it, but I almost like ditched it halfway through, and then it started to get interesting. So yeah, definitely recommend that. But gonna head on back and chill for a little bit. I don't know. See what I'm gonna do this evening. I can't drink for a week now, so I don't know what I'm gonna do tonight.
Any of the 10 commandments or any other religious law. But most often people were here for drinking too much in Krakow. The habit stopped at the end of 18th century. You never know if it's not being used again, so better behave. At the beginning there was a torch here. Later an oil lamp, today it's an electric one. It's always on, illuminating the area here. Because Krakowians believed that if you enter a graveyard after it got dark in our city, all the diseases could easily spread around. It was forbidden. And the lamp or torch was here to any light source to inform people, warn them that the graveyard is exactly here. So don't come any closer, stay away. And not many of them have an actual idea about the previous function. Considered to be the best places for artists. And alcohol was very popular for Krakowians, not only for artists, for all of the people, regular ones as well. Beer was the most popular, type of alcohol. And grape cultivation in Poland was quite difficult. It was possible, but only in the eastern part of our country. Beer was way easier to make, and wheat was way easier to grow. And beer was also important for Krakowians because clean water wasn't really clear. It contained a lot of bacteria as parasites. Drinking it could cause a lot of illnesses. And during the brewing process, high temperature and the alcohol itself killed all beer. And it's hardly visible from any other angle because it's a leaning tower. It's leaning more than 1.5 meters straight forward, so in that direction. Even if you'll go to the other side of the square and you'll face the tower, it's hard to see because of uneven ground. As I said earlier, the topography might be tricky here. And under the town hall we used to have two important institutions for Krakowians. The underground prison with the torture room, and right next to it, just behind the wall, the best pub in the town. People believe that they serve the best beer there, that's why they usually got totally drunk. And however it sounds, it gives you the general idea about medieval people's most favorite activities. They were very cruel and they liked to drink a lot. Usually punishments and executions were also kind of entertainment for the citizens here. So they probably like to have a beer or two before the execution or a punishment. And what punishments did we have here? The first one was the most popular one in the whole world, death by a hang. But people were hung usually outside of the city. But before the execution, the prisoner had to be carried or led around the square for others to see what will happen if they'll break the law. They had to know the consequences. Punishments had this educational role to play. So maybe that's why they added a pub here, because they realized how many people were coming here to see such things. Testicles. And they gave him a knife. He had three options. He could either die out of starvation, and nobody was allowed to approach him, of course, to give him any food. Second, he could commit a suicide, but it's a risky act from the point of religion. It's the greatest sin. You'll go straight to hell for eternity. So ironically, they were not doing it. Ironically, if they were religious, they wouldn't do such a thing. And the last option, I'm pretty sure that you already know where it goes. Well, he could cut off his things and go free, but he would probably bleed to death. So as I said, Krakowians were very inventive, not only if it comes to legends and, habits here, to punishments as well. And today you can see a restaurant here, so the place is way more nice. And we have an international folk culture festival there right now, but usually this place is empty and you won't see any stalls here. It's very spacious, so they like to set up a stage here, and there's a lot of space so you can easily contain a lot of the people. So it's mostly for speeches, concerts, or any other such things. And this way the dragon became a strong part of our folk culture. Today you won't see the shoemaker anywhere, but you'll see dragons. You'll see dragons.
It's gonna breathe the fire! Eventually. Might be a bit. Should be any time now. Literally any time now. Super flattering angles here, people. Super flattering angles. Yes, After failing Schindler's List, decided to go home and get some rest. But tonight, seeing as how it's my second to last night here in Krakow, decided to check out Wawel Castle and the area. Try and get it at sunset. It started raining. Oh, it's just been one of those days. Oh well, we make the best of it. It's not raining too badly, and I'm here at sunset, so it's gorgeous. You know. The lighting is really good though. That's the one thing I have to say. The lighting is really good. But check this out. I think I've pretty much seen Wawel Castle. This is really cool. The nice thing is the grounds are completely free. Just to keep that in mind, there are, like on Mondays, the castle part is free. I didn't make it to that, unfortunately, because I didn't get up till really late. So I kind of wish I'd known that, but that is something to keep in mind in Krakow, is that there are certain museums and certain things that are free on certain days of the week. So that's good to know. Next, I think I'm gonna go get myself some dinner. Well, looks like the rain eased off a little bit. Still a little bit windy, but that's okay. Perfect lighting for sunset. I'm thankful it's not raining, so that's good. But, just wanted to say thank you guys so much for watching. As usual, thumbs up, subscribe, give us some love. Follow me on social media, and I will see you guys in our next location, which is Zakopane, and after that, Budapest. But for now, goodbye from Krakow.